Well, it used to be called the NAB convention years ago, and it was just a broadcasters event. So you had radio and TV broadcasters that would come and meet and talk about the business, talk about the issues that are going on, and also, look at the equipment vendors and what they have and so forth.
Years ago, the NAB show would move around to Chicago, to Dallas, to Atlanta, and finally grew so large that Las Vegas, with its concentration of hotel rooms within 3 to 5 miles of the convention center, was the only logical place to hold it. Las Vegas just had a better situation for trade associations to put on great big shows.
And it is indeed a great big show, a convergence of technology and content, of traditional broadcasters and Hollywood.
We had a choice to make back in the early years as to whether to keep the show as a broadcaster-only specific show or help broadcasters become acclimated to all of the world around them that would be competing with them and that they could be utilizing.
In the early 1990s, we started moving into other areas. We brought in what we called multimedia world.
You started to see companies coming into the show that you would have never seen before.
IBM, Apple, Microsoft all started coming to the show. And we started talking about new issues that would have an impact on the broadcast industry, but would also tend to expand the global focus of the show.
So the digital platform enabled the broadcaster to enter a whole new series of businesses and offer different services to the consumer.
The International Cinematographers Guild has partnered with the NAB show for a number of years now. But when I first started coming here, it was kind of like, you're in motion pictures, what are you doing here? Why are you at a broadcast show? And I started looking for those little types of breakthroughs to see what was being developed in lenses, in grip equipment, in production equipment. And our part of it was very contained. And over the years, it's expanded to the point where we are almost all of Central Hall in terms of production.
Digital technologies have obviously democratized filmmaking. They've let Fred make his YouTube videos, all the way to Martin Scorsese to make something as complex and expensive as Hugo.
If we produce a film, it's always convergence, because we have all the people for one shot coming from all different crafts, from all different directions, very often from all different countries. In the end, the film is just the one and the only story we have to tell.
And the integration between the way we do motion pictures and television today and the way we did it 10 years ago is extraordinary.
I think broadcasters have always been innovators and not afraid of technology and innovating when it comes to new technologies. And the latest one to come along is the convergence of the internet with broadcast television.
The user-generated content and making stations and their personnel a lot more mobile and agile all come from the great new technology and new ideas that you see at the NAB show.
And now we have social media that have been embraced by broadcasting, and the list goes on. The evolution will continue.